Hi, it's G here again with another simple lesson for teachers and students. Something to stimulate the nether regions of your mind to propel you forward in your daily experiences. So, every day I think there's something that we can share, there's something that we can learn, there's some experience that we can have, and our daily experiences and habits, they build our life. They construct who we are, and if we take control of them, we ourselves can construct who we are. So, no more wasted time. Today's simple lesson is: there is no man or woman without a plan. Now, I know there are people out there who like to work without plans, who like to work through improvisation. But even to be able to improvise, you need practice. And if you want to practice, even that needs an element of planning. So it's about being prepared. I remember that was a motto that was taught to me when I was a Cub Scout and I was growing up. We were always taught to be prepared. I didn't think much about it at the time, but it's a damn fine lesson to learn if we want to be successful in our future. So, what does this mean? To be prepared, to have a plan. Well, it means first that you need to imagine the future. You need to build an image inside your mind. You need to be able to turn it round inside your mind, maybe even turn it inside out to see it from all perspectives. And you need practice in this concept of holding a mental picture. A lot of the practice comes from reading, because when you read a text you are able to imagine things inside your own mind. That's why reading is more powerful than other forms of learning. Reading is the most powerful. Second most powerful would be listening. You can listen to audio or radio, and the least powerful is television, because in terms of developing the human mind, the least powerful is television, because it already gives you the images. It is most powerful in terms of indoctrination, but that's looking at it from the other side. So you need to be able to imagine the future. You need to be able to understand the past. That's the second point. You need to be able to understand the past. You need to know what worked and what didn't. You need to know what you can do and what you can't do. And understanding this will help you decide where you need help. You can't do anything alone, so you've got to know where you need help. And understanding the past is going to give you that edge to make decisions in the present. And the third thing you need is to be able to act right and to act now. So to act right now. You do this by getting the ideas out of your mind. Write them down, write them down, write them down. You can't say that enough. Write them down. Even make a diagram, draw a picture, get them out of your head. Set a short-term time limit for achieving the ideas that you write down. Make it as close to now as possible. And then you work, because you can sleep when you're dead. And as they say in the north of Scotland, you're a long time dead. So, no days off. Unless you're dying, in which case it's even more important to work harder, because you've got even less time. So, What's that Steve Jobs quote? Live every day. If you live every day like it's your last day, eventually someday you'll be right. It's amazing how we can make the connections if we have the right information. So, understanding all of these elements. Imagine the future, understand the past, act right now. Understanding is part of your self-awareness, is part of self-growth, is part of self-understanding, it's part of the ability to help yourself, and through helping yourself, help other people. Understanding is knowing your why, because your why is deeper than your what. It goes deeper into who you are, it goes deeper into your past, it goes straight into your drive, that invisible motivation that powers you through the day. For me, everything comes down to drive. What's your drive? What's behind everything? What does that mean? Well, ask yourself, what would make you want to get up earlier? What would make you want to get out of bed earlier and do that activity readily, with joy, with happiness? What would make you happily get out of bed earlier? And that is going to tell you a little bit about who you are, what you need in your life, and what you can do. And I think that applies to everyone. And all these presentations are self-inclusive, as you might have guessed. So have a plan. Have a plan means not being a victim. Don't be a victim. Because it seems that playing the victim is a weird badge of honor in our modern society. It's a part of our modern culture. It seems to be the fashionable thing to do. Avoid this. Steer clear. It's one of those normalized sicknesses. Think about it. You'll see that in the world around about you. Pass it by, move on. Anyway, if you have a plan, you can still deviate from the plan a little bit. You can drift a little bit, and very often on our way we find what it is we're looking for anyway. As information changes situations, observation changes our understandings, our aims, and the way that we're going. So there's space to breathe if you have a plan that you don't have if you don't have a plan, right? If you don't have a plan, that leads to panic, chaos, misinformation, and in the end, failure. So have a plan, have form, have substance, and then, as Bruce Lee famously said, then you can be like water. You can evolve to be what you need to be to fit into the environment that you fit into, the environment that surrounds you. You can't control the environment, but you can control yourself and how you fit into your environment, your place there. So don't do anything, either in a business sense or a personal sense, and ask yourself, what is more important, your business life or your business life, your professional life, or your personal life? Don't do anything without a plan. Every great thing in life is part of a plan. You are either part of someone else's plan or part of your own plan. Think about what you do on a daily basis. How many of the services you use are part of other people's plans? The bus you take, the restaurants you eat in, the road you're on, the light that turns on when you flick the switch. There are plans, and there are grand plans and great plans. And that's what defines the world around about us. So be aware whose plan you're in, whose plan you're building. And remember that there's no man or woman without a plan. And that is today's simple lesson. And remember, simple lessons are simple. Let me know what you think.